We'll explore this matchup together then, and, well, we're already into it. So, of course, in the upper left, upper middle, he is, for Storm, probably second best Protoss player in Europe. It's MAXPAX.
Yep. And he's warning of the Reaper Cliff. In the bottom right, for I'm not sure what team is he playing for right now.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming.
For Dragon Phoenix Gaming, it's Cure. Yeah, the DPG is a strong team. Who do they have? This is the team with Dark and Rogue, or?
It's disgusting. Yeah, it's Dark, it's a Rogue, it's Hero, it's Cure. It
Yeah,
was Zest before he went to military.
Oof, that's a team, man.
It's like...
That's powerful.
And
you cannot, yeah.
The fact
So
that
good.
they didn't win regular season of WTL, not the most recent one, but before then, the fact that they didn't win regular season was kind of ridiculous if you think about it.
Yeah.
And now they're heavily diminished. They only have 3 aces instead of 5. How will they ever compete?
No. Cure starting the CC on the high ground.
It's a good.
That's a normal thing?
It's not normal, but it's not abnormal, right? It's kind
because,
of
yeah, because you're kind of scared of like an adept pressure and a probe or some stuff like that. I can understand it, but I think if you do it, shouldn't you at least like hide it a little bit?
Did MAXPAX
To the left?
see the base? He did. Okay.
Yeah, he did. Which is it's a good scout.
Yeah,
But
normally-
I guess it's so super obvious that there's always CC.
Yeah, because this
There's
was
a battery in the natural base.
Yeah, so this build from Cure, right? The command center is delayed a little bit because this is quicker tech. He actually is taking a build from TVT for the most part, where you go barracks double gas, you get your factory, you get some units out, and then you don't get some units out, then you build your command center. So a little bit quicker tech. In fact, you get 2 Reapers in this case from Cure. You got Widow Mines as well. So this unlocks quicker, say Widow Mine drops, something like that. But of course, it does slow down the natural. And when you do anything other than like a Reaper expand,
Look at the mines. Look at the mines right now. The positioning is sick. Maybe he can catch something. Like he hidden them on the map for like the Oracle or the Phoenix. So maybe he can get the Phoenix when he's pulling back.
well, certainly he's gotten damage on it, so that would be a 1-tap. But Phoenix,
Yeah, he takes a safe route like all around. But maybe in the future. I'm looking forward to it, man. Come on.
you just want to see Widow
Yeah.
Mines kill things that aren't Zerglings, right? That's what I'm hearing here, Elazer.
Yeah. No, I like Widow Mines. They're like sick, but just it's not fun to play against them.
So, Widow Mines are good as long as you're watching them and not actually gotcha. Okay, I see the bias here.
And I like when Protoss players feel the pain, you know.
No, we just need you to. You're telling me you don't have an alt named Tassimba?
What? No, I don't. And there it is. Bang.
Of course, those are going to see the second one on the left side because this is now a Phoenix that will die to a second shot. But
Okay, but Terran is going for a like really nice 2-base push right now. The siege tank is in the back somewhere. There's not a single medivac, is there? A medivac would be really nice to pick up the siege tank and just fly it fast across the map. But
nope, it's a bit of a 1-1-1 coming from Cure right now. Sky control with Vikings and actually more Vikings on the way. The tank not joining the
He
fray.
needs to go.
Here we
needs
go.
to go to the big ramp all around. Yeah. He can just push this buildings at the top here. That's really nice.
Yeah, that actually is such a big punish there on this positioning on walling off the Reaper Cliff. Normally, you don't really see it get punished all that much anymore. But wait, that's a bit of an Artosis pylon there, Elazer. The Stargate going to be depowered. Gateway and Cyber is dead. So no Adepts, no Stalkers. It really will be Zealot Phoenix. And without charge, Zealots are pretty horrible.
That's really nice. I like this. And because I think the Phoenixes should be across the map catching the reinforcements. Like right now, he's just letting another siege tank go across the map.
And once you hit critical mass too, two siege tanks are so much better than one. Force field's actually gonna be really nice here, knocking down I think a Widow Mine and a couple of those Marines.
No more sentries now, and right now Terran is not scared of just pushing forward and keep like constantly pressuring the Protoss.
And I like this.
Bunkers.
Yeah, making life just a little bit harder. But MAXPAX is starting to get into that next round of tech, and his third base is, his third base is just going to happen, right? This frontal push is not going to knock that one down. You got to actually win the game for that. And with Colossus popping out here,
he's gonna catch our tanks this time.
There we go.
This is what he needs to do. It's so important. Like if he would get another siege tank there, I don't think MAXPAX could win this game.
Yeah, 3 tanks. They what is it? They two-shot Colossus. It becomes rather difficult. Zealots run forward, but the Widowmines, they say no. And now there we go, lift on top of all these tanks. This is the break that MAXPAX has been looking for, but the bunkers, the Marines in them, they're just not dying. And the tank, yeah, shield battery or the Colossus shield battery overcharge, keeping it alive. But I don't think that did much of anything for MAXPAX.
Yeah, I thought he actually could have broken it, but somehow it didn't work. Maybe he had to kill this Liberator. This Liberator was just dealing so much damage.
How do you feel about the addition of, or how do you feel about going back into Colossus for this? I feel like the disruptors are good, right? They do damage to the bunkers. They can knock two of them one-shot a tank. And they also build faster. I mean, it feels like that's what you need to break out of this, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think both are good. Like, I think he just made one disruptor just to have it for the Terran if he wants to commit in. But overall, he's just going back to Colossus right now. I don't think he's gonna make many more disruptors until he has like 3-4 Colossus.
Not sure. Well, it seems like Kira is backing out from this position a little bit. He has his third base on the way, and what a late stim. His stim now on the way. Combat shields +1. His stim's gonna be done at like what, 9 minutes? That's so late.
But I'm starting to feel like it's good. It's starting to look good for MAXPAX because Terran is not pushing forward, and MAXPAX is like really starting to get really good army.
I agree, but I feel like running into those 3 bunkers, like the 3 tanks in the bunkers like that is not the play. It's like just accept that you're contained, build the army that you need to build, but I don't know that these attempts to punch out here when really Kira is not representing forward threat. He's just not allowing MAXPAX to move out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that that's worth it.
Yeah, like I think as MAXPAX, you just need to make the Terran force you to go on him. Like he wasn't really forced to go on him because the Terran is, as you see, they're just sitting there, massing bunkers and siege tanks. Like what you really want to do is just wait until the Terran at least like pushes the siege tanks a bit more forward, and then you can kill them much easier. And that's when you fight. But right now you just buy time. Like there's no, even though like the Terran is like right next to you, but you're not forced to go on him still.
And these Phoenix, you talked about it, they're doing a great job of picking up as many reinforcements as they can.
That's perfect, and that's what you're supposed to do right now. That's really good. Just getting 3 units for free, and the Terran. Oh, the Terran is trying to pick up the Colossus, but again, he has to respect the Protoss.
The Marauders, they're just sitting there like, yeah, you know, we're great, we're doing a good job, but Phoenix just lifting up all the anti-air, so.
Well, and now finally the Terran is like in range to shoot something, but. And now this is when the MAXPAX goes in.
And this is the timing MAXPAX is looking for anyways, right? When charge is done, the Zealots are actually useful. Colossus from the high ground, all 3 of them you talked about. I mean, the tanks, they're just dying. This entire position from Cure is dead, and MAXPAX now breaks out. Cure, he does at least have his third base. He's on 63 SCVs. But MAXPAX's tech, Elazer, is so much better.
I think MAXPAX was gonna go across the map and finish this game because like he really has good units. A Disruptor, 3 Colossus. He's even making Archons right now. Like it's so strong, and he has the Chargeless too. The Chargeless are MVPs, I think, of this engagement last fight.
I think it was one of those things you cannot take the fight without charge loss, but with them, ooh, gotta be careful of the Viking on the Warp Prism.
The siege thing. Oh no, Disruptor shot.
And yeah, with the Disruptor shot hitting as well as it did, the tank gets lifted, it's dead. In fact, Cure is dead in this game. MAXPAX, he held on for quite a while, and the push from Cure was scary, Elazer, but I feel like that's something that you got to do more than just kind of sit outside of a Protoss natural.
Yeah, well, I mean, Cure just should have pushed like he was sitting in front of this like Protoss natural base. And well, the problem is obviously he has a pocket base, so like the problem is just sitting there comfortably at 3 bases, and you're just sitting in front of it. Like it's not gonna work for you if you're not forcing the Protoss to go on you. So MAXPAX was just sitting there for like 2 minutes, just waiting to gather the units. And I actually really like the Disruptor too. Like that one Disruptor is like you cannot commit as Terran.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Special just messaged me. He said, "Yeah, man, what is this? You're casting with a laser now? Feels. We need to bring. We need to have the TriCast in for the next thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Papi would actually be very good caster for this match. He knows much more about the matchup.
And I mean, certainly the type of builds that we saw Kira going for, that strikes me as a very special build, you know, with the 1-1-1, the tech.
I really like the push, it just, it didn't work out this time.
Yeah, and sometimes even good builds don't work. They don't work all the time. I mean, in StarCraft...
Versus Protoss, nothing works. That's the reality. And Papi would agree. If he was here, he would agree.
Explain to me then why... why we had one Protoss champion in 5 years of GSL.
Dude, I don't know. I don't play Protoss. It's their problem. I don't know how they do it.
Now we need to make the really inflammatory comments about, look, if Raynor can go 3-3 against Darkest Protoss, it's clearly not a race problem. It's his off race, right? It's just the Protoss are bad. And then that is how we get on the front page of Reddit and many tweets and all the inflammatory comments about it.
Yeah. Well, that's my point, but yeah. Okay. Reactor Marines right now. Factor in the back.
Yep.
But this time the natural in the... I mean, he's putting the CC in the natural base. I don't know why the difference... I guess it's because... this map is a longer rush distance. So maybe just safer like that.
It's from the factory timing. So game 1, it was barracks, double gas factory, then command center. If you do that, you can get adepts on the other side. It is a very cancelable natural. You're super vulnerable to a lot of things. But if you go Marine expand or Reaper expand, something like that, you can go low ground CC because the Reaper or the adept is not going to be really out in time. And especially when you have 4 Marines here, we're seeing this happen right now. The adept really struggles to get in, and by the time the adept arrives, I mean, command center is done. So you're not really worried about it quite as much. So yeah, rush distance, sure, a little bit, but even more than that, it's the fact that this is barracks in the command center rather than barracks factory in the command center.
Okay, that makes sense actually.
But for now,
he's still gonna use the 2 others to scout. He can see that there's constantly 2 Marines popping at the same time, so. Do they usually go for like a Marine mine push after this or something like that? A mine drop. I like that. That's a popping build.
And only mine drop after that. Now, how do you feel about this Dark Shrine opener for MAXPAX? He's a map to give, certainly. And in this setup, I mean, well, really will be predicated on whether Kira saves scans or not. Most Terran players at this point, they should know. But of course, this opening from Cure, when you go for a mine drop like this, you don't get a Raven. Your eBays are maybe going to be a little bit delayed. So, how do you feel about it?
I don't know. It's interesting, and there's also War Prism flying into Terran's base. So, like, even though he has a wall off, which might give him this false sense of security, but like the DTs are gonna go straight into his main base, so that's gonna be a problem. He does have 2 scans right now available, and he's getting a Raven, so it's looking very good for Cure, to be honest. And look, he even has Marines in position, like, well, maybe not on the edge, but they're ready. He has 1 scan. And the wall off is actually gonna stop the DT from going in.
Oh no. MAXPAX not paying attention. 8 workers go down. Oh.
No, it's just perfect, and the Raven is gonna pop. And look at the Widow Mines, just killed 8 workers.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Widow Mines get so much, and the DTs have to kill so much here to be worth it. That being said, no scans, but the Raven pops out. So
just on time, and another DT is gonna be lost. Just close the depot, yeah.
The War Prism trying to move around, but actually the DT on the left side is a bit of a bait. It will go down, but at least MAXPAX, he gets something. I think it was 3 total SCVs.
I mean, look at resource loss. It's no bueno at all.
It's only, what is that? It's only 350 or only 450 resource, 350 resources. There we go. I can do math. Elazer, that's nothing. It's fine. We're going to ignore that it's double resources lost. We're gonna do the caster thing and like make a copium call because, you know.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know. I don't know, because winning, it's not a caster thing. It's I don't know how it's supposed to go. Maybe it's supposed to like deal no damage.
No, the Widowmine drop means that MAXPAX is very much behind here. 8 workers going down.
Nah. They always lose couple workers to Widowmine drop. It wasn't that bad. And he actually killed both Widowmines after it. So it's not like they killed like 5 workers and ran away. It's just he killed the Widowmines instantly.
Yeah, but like in this matchup, it's the calculus says it's 1 probe per Widowmine.
No, come on, man. No way.
Well,
At least like 2, at least 2, right?
No, it really it does seem to be about pretty much. It does tend to be about 1 probe per Widowmine.
So it's like proxy 2rax in ZVT, which is like if you lose 2 workers, you're behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And this drop in the main base, that's gonna force a recall. 2 workers, 3 workers go down, and now any sort of pressure MAXPAX out of the map, it's gone.
Is he gonna catch the Widowmine? Yeah, he got the medivac with 8 Marines inside.
Man, I can't believe
that's pretty big.
I can't believe this observer missing everything. Jeez. And that's where you start giving giving me a hard time for missing stuff. Anyways, it's gonna be fine. The drop does go down here. MAXPAX at least getting that back up. He's rebuilt his worker count as well as he can, but he does not really want to move into a high-tech game. We saw Colossus play that last time. No. You can't afford that one in this game. So we see Immortals on the way, Charge. He's going to build a lot of gateways, really going to skimp on that gas as much as he can because, again, he needs to build stuff. The economic disadvantage he's put himself in, plus the DTs, it makes life hard for him if he just wants to kind of build those Colossus, build those Disruptors, something like that.
He needs to be careful with the Raven. He could have gotten it sniped, I think.
Yeah, of course, that's the goal. Ravens are not quite as effective in this push as they are against, say, again, the heavy tech Colossus type openings.
Yeah, Colossus, Disruptor, yeah. But there was a War Prism on the map, and there still is, so he's gonna help you with that, with all this like pickup micro.
Well, unless he loses it to a missile turret and a Viking, yep, there we go. So
he's just gonna lose the War Prism like that. That's really, really bad for MAXPAX. Like now this push is it's just gonna be much stronger because you can just send all the units from the main base as reinforcements.
Even more key there. The charge is not done. Stalkers will outblink.
This just hit everything.
Oh, that's such a problem. Yeah, this is I feel like this is just a dead MAXPAX here in game 2. He did not get enough damage done. He took far too much damage for the Widowmine drop and everything else. Force fields, they're nice Elazer, but there's not really much of an army to fight this, so I'm not sure how much that really matters.
I mean, this Dorito cannon is just insanely strong. It basically gives all the Marines +4 damage, you know?
Yeah.
Like they all have, because they have +1 upgrade right now, they basically have +4. That's so sick. It gives so much damage to Marines.
Yeah, that is, and it's certainly, again, +1 so much more effective than Marines, even than Marauders, with how quickly they do attack. So now, here he kites backwards. Good target fire on the Widowmines for the most part. A little bit of friendly fire there, but again, the Zealots fall. And the Stalkers are not the key component of this hold. It is those Chargelets that you need. So as the Immortals continue to die, the Zealots as well. I mean, we're seeing MAXPAX kind of stay alive, but it's a name only, really. This is not a hold. It's a slow death.
And because the War Prism is not on the other side of the map right now, you see those Marines and Marauders that are joining this fight. Like, they wouldn't be here if the War Prism was on the other side of the map, so he's just gonna finish the game, probably. Well, but there is a Colossus. And Battery Overcharge is back up.
That might force Cure back. Again, these trades have been very good for him. If we look at resources lost, he's doubling the resources lost right now.
The third base is down also for Terran, so it's really looking good.
But this might force him back a little bit, just in the whole, well, I don't know if I can fight into Colossus, but there's no extended thermal lance, so...
He has... Okay, overcharge on the battery right now.
Ooh, almost diving on top of that.
You need to click the battery, you cannot go for the Colossus here.
I mean, the lack of extended thermal lance is a problem, Elazer. It means the Marauders, they share range. So we saw that right there. You just kind of dive on top of it, maybe knock it down, but as you said, hey, extended thermal lance is a great thing. Looks like MAXPAX had some sort of harassment. He got 4 SCVs. But
he did? Oh, okay, I didn't see that. He probably just run by a DT or something. Look, he's run by another 2 DTs on the top side of the map. That can be annoying, but there's turrets in the natural and the third base. So. Oh, I like this drop with Liberators.
Yeah, he's just gonna blanket everything.
It's so hard to deal with. You're just gonna lose the main base for sure at this point.
Yeah, the Stalkers were in good position too, but not able to kill any medevacs. And then
Like you don't have enough stalkers to actually commit into those liberators, I think.
No, not really. Yeah, Liberators, of course. I mean, Colossus is fairly good against them because they do outrange Liberators. If you have Extended Thermal Lance, or at least you can take the fight, but not without Extended Thermal Lance, so Colossus getting rather low indeed. One Colossus moves a little bit too far forward. It's dead. DT's actually in the main base, getting some level of damage ran by everything, but doesn't even matter. That's really... It doesn't, actually. I can tell you that. It does not matter. 140 supply to 77. MAXPAX is kind of dead. Please drop a scan here in the main. Here. There we go.
Yep. Well, it didn't work out the opening at all for MAXPAX. But, I guess the Widowmass did kill too much.
I think you've been hanging around with Terrans too much. I think you need to talk to some Protoss players.
I do hang out with Terrans mostly, yeah. I usually hang out with like Elazer, sometimes I talk with Special, so I'm like a sponge. I hear what they say, and then I just repeat.
Yes, monkey see, monkey do. It's funny. Pro players talking about balance is always something interesting to me because, like, you have, I don't know if you remember this, Innovation, right? Beginning of Heart of the Swarm, I think he had like a 95% win rate TVZ. And every interview he would do, he would be talking about, yeah, I think Zerg is overpowered. I think they need nerfs. And it's like, Innovation. You do not lose. You don't lose to Zerg. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you see, like, it's us. Like, we all have very strong opinions, and we usually actually have, like, knowledge that other people don't. So even if I have, like, 100% winners versus Protoss, sometimes I understand that if they do a certain thing, I cannot do anything. And then I just say it's OP, and nobody understands why I say it, but there is a reason to it.
All right, so please nerf your win rates, Elazer. Tell me the one thing that that Protoss do that makes that you can't do anything against.
Well,
that they're not doing yet.
I'm memeing a little bit, you know. I'm like,
I know.
I don't know if people are angry that I'm balance whining. Like, I'm obviously like kind of joking around. Like, I do it for fun, but I think Protoss, the annoying thing for me is two things. It's the super battery and disruptor. It's very hard to break Protoss, even if you're like 100 supply up. You know, 200 versus 100, and the guy has super battery and couple disruptors. You kind of have to chill. It's annoying. Those are my like realistic annoying complaints about Protoss. But besides that, I don't know. I'm fine.
Fair enough. Oh, what do you mean? We're sitting here, we're talking about StarCraft, and you're having fun with it? Unacceptable.
Yeah.
We need you to be as serious as possible, 100% analytical.
No. Like, I like to, that's kind of how I talk about StarCraft with my friends. I always just, like, when I look at those games, I always just balance line. But it's just fun for me. I don't do it because, like, I actually think it's imbalanced. Like, I'm so angry.
How dare you be a human?
Like, I look at this, like, we don't mind drop, it kills 5-4. I'm like, man, it's so imbalanced. Look at it. But I just do it for fun.
Yeah, how dare you, how dare you be a person? How dare you have fun? I do want to point out, in this game, you've been talking about it, this is once again the more aggressive opening. The much higher attack opening from Cure, right? It is Barracks Factory into Command Center. We see it on the high ground once again. And as he gets, was getting a tech lab here on the starport this time. It's going to be curious to see. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Banshee's on the way. This is not something we see in this matchup all that much.
Okay, I'm starting to understand this matchup a bit better. Okay, so it's because he started factory before CC. That's why it's late, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's similar in ZVT. They do similar thing. Sometimes they go like 3CC, which is like more macro based, and sometimes they go 2CC, and they get like starport before third.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's similar. Okay.
Although 3 base plays in TVP are pretty rare.
Yeah, I know, but it's just a comparison of like a more macro based opening or more aggressive based, and this time it's just gonna be very aggressive with a Banshees, and like he didn't get any Widow Mines. Well, he did get one, but
yeah, it's
just gonna be some sort of like a Cyclone Siege Tank push, I guess.
Oh, look at that for Max. I think he saw the Widow Mine earlier, so he baited it out with a probe and killed it.
Nice bait. So what's the next step? Is he just gonna get like one more Siege Tank and just go for it? Yeah.
Yeah, more of a 3 base plays in TVP are pretty rare.
Yeah, I know, but it's just a comparison of like a more macro based and sometimes they go 2CC, and they get like starport before third. Yeah. So it's similar. Okay.
This is actually not a version of this build I'm super familiar with. We really do not see Banshees all that much. I'm just waiting for Special to DM me and tell me that I'm wrong and this is this specific build. But we don't see Banshees all that much in TVP. Ravens, sure, fine, but this is looking a lot like a what is his name?
He's getting one more. He's getting a third Banshee right now. Now that's interesting. And look, he's sending one Banshee is already waiting in the top right corner, and the second Banshee he sends to the top left corner. He's gonna fly to the both bases at the same time, I guess.
This is really starting to look like a Nicaract type build, honestly. And I know.
And look how well timed it is. He just now moved the Banshee from the bottom right to the main base.
This is a build that he is
And
certainly
to the
practiced.
middle of the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks really sick. Come on, I want this to work.
So you can complain about Terran instead of Protoss? I got you.
Yep.
Cloak is
Yeah,
certainly.
the Banshee already dealing damage. He has 0 detection. Just Oracle now on the way, but like they actually have 0 detection.
Yeah, that's one thing we haven't talked about. That is a big downside of the Stargate opener. And even then, if you get Oracles, I mean, fine. Oracles, they're limited in energy. Their detection. If you split the pages up like
this,
this.
the third base. He got the battery, which was the only way to actually hold this base with like super overcharge.
What a cool build from Cure. He's killed 20. There's no mining in the natural. He's killed 20 probes, and Banshees actually, yeah, they don't one shot, but they can actually kill probes through a shield battery. It takes like 6 shots, but still. So Banshees, they run out of their cloak, and Cure says, "I've gotten enough damage." He's just running home with the rest of his army. He says, "Okay,
yeah,
fine."
I think just run back right now. I think you don't need to do anything more.
All right, unfortunately,
Yeah, he's gonna just lose everything, isn't he?
yeah, I mean, the tank's getting lifted does mean that this is going to get cleaned up here. Although good marine positioning with look at that. That's so cool. It's not gonna make the hold happen, or he's gonna lose this part of his army.
Wait, what happens if you leave that siege tank and then you put like 10 marines under that siege tank and then the Phoenix then drops the siege tank on top of marines?
It kills all 20
Do
marines.
the marines? No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
But what if the marines are like really stuck and they cannot really, do they just like teleport away?
Yeah, it juggles them around. It's like the creep teamer trick with queens to get them through a wall they can't get through.
Yeah, I know. But like if they are like really stuck, I want to test it actually.
How tightly can we compact a bunch of marines?
Exactly.
Very good question. No repair on this bunker though. That's this was a very easy hold for Cure if he.
And the Guardian shield like helped so much here. For the zealots.
Was there a Guardian shield?
Shield?
Wait, is this?
Yeah, there was one sentry with like barely enough energy for Guardian shield. It helped so much. Okay, but he's also losing all the workers to one Banshee at home, so because of that, this has no chance of working.
Yeah, really
But
flubbed hold.
if that Banshee didn't kill 20 workers, like imagine that would be actually pretty close right now.
There's actually there's no anti-air, and Zealots continue to rally across. I mean, I don't think this wins, but I think the big thing here is this is a flubbed hold from Cure. He's gonna win the game out of it, but he holds that insanely easily if he just repairs his bunker. Instead, he doesn't.
Yeah. He didn't realize.
Yeah, I mean, he had time too. The Zealots, it was not like, you have I don't even know how many StarCraft it takes to one-shot a bunker, but he didn't have that. He just kind of ran through. But regardless, Cure got damage. Banshee's too powerful. And that means that, well, we're looking at a Cure victory. So Cure 2-1, Serral 2-0 sitting at the top here of Group B. MAXPAX, he's 0-1, but he's taking a map. And rounding out, it's Solar sitting down at the bottom.